The humanitarian and political situation in Yemen has continued to deteriorate over the past few years, with devastating consequences for the civilian population. More than 230,000 people have died as a result of continued airstrikes, and 80% of people in Yemen, more than 24 million, are in need of urgent humanitarian assistance and protection. After 7 years of continuing armed conflict between the Saudi-led coalition supporting the internationally recognized government and the Houthi rebels, all the parties involved all of them continue to show no regard for the lives, dignity and rights of people in Yemen or international law. The UN group of eminent international and regional experts on Yemen has concluded that attacks that may amount to war crimes have been committed by the government of Yemen, the Houthi rebels and the Saudi-led coalition. I want to stress that the transfer of arms and the provision of training and military support to the Saudi-led coalition by third parties, including EU member states, are enabling the perpetuation of the armed conflict and are directly contributing to human rights violations, as it has been mentioned by previous speakers. Therefore, I think that we need to call for an EU-wide ban on the export, sale, update and maintenance of any form of security equipment to members of the Saudi-led coalition, including Saudi Arabia and the UAE. There can be no military solution to the conflict in Yemen, and the crisis can only be resolved through a negotiating process involving all parties concerned. All parties need to urgently commit to the joint implementation mechanisms of the UN mission to support the Hodeha Agreement and to implement the global ceasefire, as called for by the UN Security Council Resolution 2532. All parties should also fulfill the obligation to facilitate the rapid and unimpeded passage of humanitarian relief, and it is really deplorable that Saudi Arabia is blocking the arrival of such humanitarian relief. Other goods indispensable for the population should arrive, and inherent access to medical facilities both in Yemen and abroad. And I would like to conclude by thanking Gabriel Munera for being with us and encourage him and his team to continue working to help easing the very dire situation.